Hello everyone. I leave it down the row. I'm happy I managed to. I managed to do this 11 days in a row. I decided to do the guard versus PaperX, which is my recommended. Also, it's on Split and Reykjavik, both of which I haven't done one yet. I want to do a Zeta cast. So I might try that tomorrow. I nearly said yesterday. Anyway, let's just start. I'm not sure if I'll do the home map. I think I'm only feeling half a map tonight. But we'll see. PaperX attacking, running a double duelist comp, which you don't usually see, but it's PaperX. If Forsaken gets a great opening kill, Jonah P thought he had a good off angle, but managed to get a warband kill onto him. Valen, he's isolated on side, and Jing reads it perfectly. Had no signs that there was probably even there. Sneaks his way up, even gets the second, third for the round. Just one left. It's net. Playing towards CT. Playing in the smoke. And there's nothing you can do. As soon as he pushes out, he's going to have to take this gunfight versus Mind Freak straight away, and the info's called of where he's playing. And then the rest of PaperX come to finish him off. Pistol round for PaperX, very easy. Just a very fast push up towards heaven. It even gets two here. Gets two great entries, and even the third towards CT. It's so much aggression. Like, PaperX, Jing, after getting those first two kills, could have just stopped going. They had the numbers advantage of 4v2. But he wanted more. So he goes for more. And gets more. A full eco from the guard. Always just trying to deny as much weapons away as possible. PaperX go for quite a much lighter second round than most would expect. The guard decided to go fast towards A, but no one there. So the read comes in that they have to be all towards B. And they're going to try and scramble back towards that site, but it's going to be a little bit too late because they've already taken that control. Jing's in heaven, and Benkai even cleans up two towards vents. Jonapi and Sire each get one. Forsaken just leaves Sire alone. Able to retrieve a Spectre, and my friend gets the last from here. Gets the last from bottom mid. So they're able to secure both of their two weapons. They're able to get back all of the weapons that they brought into that round. So that's a good investment from PaperX. No primaries lost, not even any pistols lost. So they're going to chuck over a sheriff over to Forsaken that they saved, and just buy one Spectre, one Vandal. So if they can do a lot of damage here, even if it isn't winning the round, we're going to see Jin go super fast. The paranoia was there to set it up. You're going to break the trip, and so much noise created. But he does realize that there's there, but he decides to push for more. Create a distraction for Forsaken to try and create as much space, but he whiffs the jump up, and it allows Jonah P to give the guard the advantage. So much aggression, but this time it doesn't go in their favor. He had the read that he was in the corner, and Valen, he's barely able to get out with his life and even get the second as well. So round one for the guard, but 3 weapons lost. That's actually a big investment because only now are we seeing PaperX go for their full buy, even buying up an operator. Look at this, so fast from Jing. I doesn't expect there to be 2 invents. Try to maybe get a 1v1 and great kill onto Jonah P, and Valen just cleaning it up. This time, PaperX Gonna slow it up a little bit. Well, I mean, at least compared to their usual standards. Managed to break most of the wall mid and clear out towards fence. Benkai, he's just gonna be lurking towards middle, hopefully trying to catch someone off guard once PaperX probably go for this B execute. A smoke comes out from Valen and that's perfect timing. He's going to swing out, go for a little bit of spam. He must have heard some noise. And even pops a Cypher Cage. No one's put it backside. No one's playing even remotely close because they want to run away from Jing, who popped the showstopper. Benkai zigged his way into heaven. Gets hit by the judge once. And he could just run away. But Sai chases him down so relentless. Hits him back with the aggression. And is able to bring this to a 5v4 early advantage. Only a little bit of time brought down and Jing's buying even more time, even getting a kill. Finally, the guard are taking a little bit of space. But will it be too late? Flash dodge from Mindfreak and he's able to get a second, but can't TP out in time. Devi, he's looking at Kevin, but there's no time. He's going to have to hurry up. But he doesn't have that positioning, though it wasn't planted for him, so he couldn't even go for it. So that's a great round back from the guard, and they're even able to pick up their operator. Forsaken wasn't able to have any impact, and Sai goes fast, able to get that kill, which means that the guard can finally hit the brakes and, hit the gas and go forward fast. PaperX just gonna have to hold off on the buy for now. But Forsaken, Sai was caught off guard, even unscoped for a quick second, and Forsaken uses that perfect timing to execute him. He's looking up close towards heaven, but it doesn't look like he's going to get given an opportunity. They push up towards heaven, but Jonas swings around and catches off Benkai. Nothing more Forsaken can do, but it's Devi lurking towards mid. He's kind of been left alone. He just wants to get one pick right now. He has that Vandal saved from the previous round. But Jonah P, he's playing back. A really smart decision. And understands that Devi could have lurked in from mid. And it looks like we're about to witness the 1v1 happen. Jonah P... Oh, why do I stumble on my words? Jonah P pushes in and gets the kill. They've just Forsaken. Spotted out and in. Jonah P for 3. I mean, that was a great opening from Forsaken with that Marshall kill, but that ends up live. We're going to witness it here. Sai just, I think, a little bit caught off guard. And a great spam kill as well. I'm sure, not... Somehow didn't... Whoever that was, I don't even know who that was. Benkai didn't have the read that the trip was there. Which is a bit weird given that they had tripped there, I don't know, every round. But this operator, it was a heavy investment by PaperX on the attack. And now the defenders, because the guard have won so many rounds in a row, they could just keep on saving it and utilizing it. And this could be a perfect round for them to do exactly that. This time it's Jonah P with it in his hands. Trent has a fault line lined up, waiting for contact, and they're going super fast. Sire, he can't track him because Jing was moving at the speed of light. And with this whole site secured, Benkai, he's able to plant directly in the open and just get out straight away. We're in a 5v5 retake. Trent does have the ultimate, so I'm curious if he wants to invest that. And Sai's also one off the showstopper. It nearly goes down, but actually flanked by Devi. And now the whole of PaperX are swarming towards heaven. Jin can't finish off any of the kills. But the bomb is planted in such an awkward position that it's hard for the guard to defuse properly. But Valen, he's coming up clutch, killing all of them. Oh, it perfectly swings it. Taps it. But is there going to be enough time? No, he has to run away. And can't even do that. So despite Valen's best efforts, Binkai gets the clutch. You see here, able to perfectly hold down the side and prevent PaperX from running through, but oh, it's such a shame. Binkai had like a perfect angle on towards it. Binkai had a perfect angle towards the bomb where Valen couldn't trade out the diffuser. Breaks the trip this time and so aggressive. Able to get the kill as well. Oh my god, Trent wasn't expecting Jing to be so close. Well, maybe he was, but the judge in his face couldn't do anything. And that's a site secured. Less than 30 seconds into the round, and PaperX already out one member plus a kill, but Jonah P able to go for the res to res up Trent. And in the meantime, the guard get 2 more kills. 2 towards ramp, and they don't notice that Mind Freak's up top. Forsaken also able to get 1 to bring them the numbers advantage. And PaperX winning the round. A huge swing in the guard's favor to a 5v3. But still, they're not able to close out the round. Mind Freak able to hold down ramp. You can see it here. It's not a common position to play, especially in that post plan. And 3 on the round. Perfect job. PaperX are taking control of mid this round, but no wall was placed from the guard. Didn't want to spend too much money in this round. So from the guard's perspective, mid becomes kind of like a wasteland that could potentially mean that PaperX could push towards vents or heaven position. But neither ends up happening. Jig pushes up elbow, which allows Trent to get 1. Valen on this flank, and he gets 3. He pushes towards. Fuck, man. He pushes towards ramp, and he's able to get 3. PaperX were pushing so fast towards vents at Lawless. He gets 1. Mind Freak towards screens and knows where last 2 is. And secures it. What a huge pop-off round, which sends PaperX into an eco. Such horrific weapons on their side. Wait, oh, Forsaken nearly dies there, able to dash out. Info gathered from Benkai. And Forsaken swings around the corner and gets a dome full. And no, Jonah P swings around the corner and gets a dome full. But they also have the info that Sai's playing here. That was the kill onto the Sage. But PaperX know that there's someone else playing here. Paranoia towards Heaven doesn't kill Saya. He's only able to get 1 though, which is good for PaperX, keeping their numbers advantage. A swing out from Trent, but it was just bait for Jing. A showstopper coming down, keeps quiet, and doesn't realize Valen's playing so close, but still 1-for-1, and it's just net. He's on the flank, but look how aggressive Mind Freak's getting. He's pushing all the way to CT, and he's getting so much information. So now there's only one position that Forsaken needs to hold, and that's towards flank, but he does it just at the wrong time. But I'm not sure if he'll realize that Mind Freak's playing towards heaven. I went away on the bomb, and it nearly swung all around towards that pillar position. In the middle of the open, finally knows where he is, but he's just going to play Ring Around the Rosie now. And he gets the kill, even with the Spectre. Long range. He's still able... Can he get the diffuser? He does. Just barely. It's such an unfavorable position for Net. He still was able to win the 1v2 clutch. I mean, this was just super unlucky timing here. Forsaken only just realizes that he could be flanked, but unscopes at the worst possible time. Yet able to get the kill. And look at this. Long range. Baits Mind Freak into peeking. And gets the headshot. For that kill. For the clutch. And momentum back. This is unbelievable. I cannot believe. This is just so back and forth. These teams are so closely matched. Both teams with an operator, so it's going to be interesting to see the impact that they have. Saya players holding down this A main position, but PaperX aren't pushing there. As Forsaken, he's taking all that space towards B heaven from this mid position. Just holding an angle passively. But Net has a Cypher Cam set up. This allows him to watch both heaven and main. And until what PaperX push into this position, they won't know that. I'm not sure if they would have spotted the camera, and now they do for sure. But Net has the info, and he asks Valen to rotate. Valen pushes towards heaven, making sure that they can't flank from CT. But it's just control from now. Net's actually pushed up all the way close. And he could be taking first contact. If Jonah gets two playing towards heaven, a perfect spray down, Valen goes out. But he can't finish off the kill, and Bengai pushes out a main to kill Net. And Forsaken gets a third. Trent wasn't expecting him to be so close, and that allows for PaperX to get that plant. It was so close with Forsaken going down. The round potentially over then and there, probably with no bomb plant being able to be made. But because of those 3 kills that Forsaken gets, it's just left Sion a 1v3. He tries to be aggressive, makes a lot of noise, but no one comes out and pushes into Mind Freak's crosshair to even it out 5-5. Well, I need to check something. I don't want to leak anything. Sorry. I mean, no one's watching, so I know what I'm saying sorry to. Okay, well, that's good. Hmm. Okay, I just some news I got. Okay, back to the vid. What are we up to? 5 to 5. I'm surprised that mid hasn't been fought around a lot, and Trent uses the ult very aggressively. He hears Jing boom. I nearly said boombox. Blast pack into Kevin, and because of all that noise, he decides to instantly hit the ultimate with that counter aggression and gets that early kill. Not a huge advantage though. That ultimate wasted only for one, and it's going to actually be rezzed up. But Trent's able to get the kill, bring it back to a 4v5, and Jing, he's stuck on this right side, but I'm not sure if the guard have the read on that, and they don't. And that it means that Jing's going to be able to get out. All four members here stuck towards ramp, and that allows for Jonah P and Trent. They're going to be able to explore towards mid and see that none of this area has been taken. And so Trent decides, since he has no utility left to help out the team, that he's just going to go on a lurking flank, control this flank. Net's probably just watching on cam. Net's just watching on cam. Well, he's actually not watching on cam. They push out towards heaven. Valen able to get a kill, but no one else was peeking him, so he can't get the rest. There's a chance for Trent to deny the bomb plant here, but I'm not sure if he realizes Divide was actually on the other side, so that's actually a good first kill. Joan P gets another, and it's just Divide. His plant's safe, and the info's gathered of where he's playing. Jonah P gets the kill before Trent can even peek around the corner with him. And that's going to be 6 for the guard. PaperX, not the best of bias, but I mean, it's probably just as good as you can get. Forsaken going to use the blades. And, I mean, look, PaperX are doing it again. So aggressive. The fault line comes out, but Jing's already in towards heaven. I think Valen might have heard him. Or at least has a good idea. But Jing, he's pushed up closer and is able to get 2, even the 3rd. And there's nothing Valen can do except run away because he's hunting him down with the showstopper. It tries to TP out and does. Gonna regroup with Trent towards screens, but it's a 2v5. Valen had the idea that Jing pushed into Kevin, but he didn't think it would be so aggressive as to push right once more, and even gets the ace. The lineup happens. And Jing with all 5. That's what I'm talking about. It's the signature PaperX aggression. It both works against their favor, but in this round, it does the complete opposite. It works wonders. Valen probably made the call that, well, Jing could be here towards heaven, but I don't think he realized that he would have pushed out of smoke. He thought maybe he would just hang out heaven, but pushes out towards the smoke. It's so ballsy. It's unbelievable. No other team does this or would have think of doing this. It's so hard to understand what is going on in the mind of PaperX, and we don't want to hear these people right now. We want to hear me talking. 5v5, already 40 seconds in, and Forsaken's taking first contact here. He has the sheriff. The nade comes in, but he's able to dash out. So he keeps his life. The side tries to hunt him down, but nothing's going to come of it. Camera out, info gathered, cage popped. Benkai playing towards Hal, gets flashed up, but able to get 1 before getting traded out, and it's just Mind Freak, I should say, playing towards main. Once again, Forsaken goes 1 for 1, but Jonah P's playing Hal and able to not make control, hold down Ben Kai, and the guard finished off the last two as well. I mean, the guard, they kind of go for a slow opening, but once they take contact towards Forsaken, and he dashes out towards that A side, and they know that he's probably not taking contact with them, they just start going so fast, and PaperX, they try to explode through smokes and get their own kills, but none of the members can get more than 2 each. I should say more than 1 each. Forsaken's playing outside of the smoke, just trying to get that early pick, like he's done many times on attack. Gonna dash out, I was gonna say in time, but does get tagged up. He's gonna get healed. And Jing is playing close with the shorty. And the shorty, the most deadliest weapon in the game. 150 credits for this beast, I mean, it's always worth anytime you're able to get one and just deny that gun. And he does get one. Does his job. And I mean, the guard should be going fast here. The wall is able to get control of Heaven, but that's giving away a gun. And Forsaken gets 2. Oh my gosh, no way the guard have just thrown this. I shouldn't say thrown this. Thrown this lead away. Forsaken holds down the close angle. And he's looking to get the 3rd here. But he's already done enough. Those 2 kills just stop the guard from being able to take any control. As well as that kill from Divide Heaven. Had the read that, if Forsaken even gets the 3rd, Divide had that read. Had the shorty was playing inside the smoke, that they would have pushed using the Sage Wall into Heaven. Look at this. Forsaken, first and second is so good. He's not someone you typically think as a sniper, like you do a lot of other players or jet players. I mean, mostly because he's not known for his jet. But he's shown it off so many times in this game. How good he is. I mean, not even with, it doesn't even feel like with the operator. It feels more so the number of martial kills with he's got. I feel like he's got more martial kills than operator kills this game. Smoke and wall gonna come down from PaperX. And Devi wants to take the fight here. He breaks the wall himself. And they're probably going to try and wait for the smoke to fade. And maybe try and go aggressive, but they decide against it. It sounds like the guard backed off, which they did. But they go right back. This be a fake? Mindfreak is holding the paranoia. So if he takes any contact here, that paranoia could be used to control. But he doesn't realize that they're pushing so close. And Sai's able to get the kill out, but Devi pushes through, gets 2, but won't trade his right back. Jig gets the 1st, the 2nd, but can't get the kill onto Jonah. So it is a 1v2, but Forsaken finishes off. PaperX able to secure it, but not at the cost of a couple of important weapons from PaperX. But they're still going to have enough in the bank to buy back up. I mean, for PaperX are actually so unrelenting. It's so impossible to tell when they're going to go aggressive. Because they didn't do anything at the beginning of the round. But they decided to play off. They decided to play off of the guard's aggression, taking contact after that wall breaks. And they just have such good reads as to what the enemies are doing, and they're doing it right here. Kills across the map. And look how aggressive they are, those kills. Look at where those kills are even placed. And Jing is on top of the wall and gets another. I didn't even know, but he gets one. It's unbelievable the positions they get these kills from. Forsaken misses a shot, but still able to escape. Doesn't realize that Jonapi's boosted up. And Jonapi goes back for the res. Jing's not going to be able to squeeze through. But he does have the info that they're not pushing towards A, not making any noise towards A. And Devi, he's going to be able to hear them. How many can he get? Gets the first and only a little bit of a tag onto Trent before he's traded out. The smoke towards B main. It's going to hold them at bay, and so does the paranoia. He has the flash in his hand, but he gets the kill onto Trent before onto net before Jing comes in and saves the day with 3 for the round. It's actually so unbelievable. Look at the positions they're dying in. Jing on top of the wall. It's the most unexpected positions here. One of the members died towards sewers. It's like so early into the round. It feels like you can't do anything. You can't breathe. You can't play at your own tempo. You just have to hope you get lucky at times. Because you can't read PaperX. And it looks like PaperX is a pretty good read onto... PaperX is a pretty good read onto the guard this time. Because Devi's able to get 2, gets a 3rd. And look at them. I can't even escape. They tried to gain a little bit of control A main, but the wall comes down straight away. It's like they're cheating at this point, knowing exactly where the guard are going, what they want to do. This wall, the slow orb, prevents the guard from doing anything. It's unbelievable. I mean, all I'm gonna say is I'm glad I'm not in that game. And I'm glad I've never played against PaperX before, because it's probably a nightmare. And look at this. They're pushing aggressive again. It looks like the guard has a sight read, and Velen is able to control it. But will they know that device? He tries to go for the res. What is that? He tries to go for the res bottom mid, but the guard... They break the wall in time, so Divide decides not to go for a res literally in the middle of nowhere. And so that allows Net to use that as a corpse to get them more info, but Jing, he's the one to play aggressive now. He's carrying on the tradition. And because of all that noise made, spotting out a couple members towards B main, the guard make the split second decision call to just go straight away towards this B site. And Binkai looks like he wants to push out of the smoke, but Nets gets detected by a trip, what allows them to get an easy and safe kill. And now they can go for the res, bring it to a 5v3, and Binkai is stopping them from doing anything. Only down to 2. Trent is towards CT, so I'm not sure if they're going to read this. Well, I'm not sure if it's going to matter, and Forsaken does exactly that. Just Trent down, just Trent left, and just Trent down. It's unbelievable. Even with early man advantage, denying that res, they just wait aggression towards mid at the start, then aggression towards B main. They answer right back with. And then Binkai just doing his job as a good little anchor, holding down the site. Nothing. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. PaperX is probably the most unique team at this tournament. Their playstyle is so unconventional. It's a double-edged sword. They can both take their own hand off at the same time as being able to wipe out the whole enemy team. And we see it happening in both ways, and it feels like every round. Where maybe PaperX get too aggressive, I should say, and hand over a kill, and then right back, they put even more aggression. When the guard think, oh well, they're not going to be aggressive now because they're one person down, because we've controlled the aggression that they've showed. It ends up being the complete opposite way, and Jing dodges the boom bot, He's looking to make a hero play here. Saya might have a good idea that Jin could potentially be playing here. And it looks like they're just waiting for the smoke, and he does. Jin goes down without getting anything. And they're gonna sneak into vents here. No one nearby, but Device looking to make contact here. Forsaken is scanned up, but he still was going. And that means he gets caught off guard. And that's what I mean with the double-edged blade. It finally takes their own hand off. And it's unbelievable that even when Forsaken was scanned up and noticed by the cam of Net, he still wants to search for more, wants to find Net. Instead of trying to remove the tracking data, his priority is getting that kill. And Mindfreak, he could get 2 with the paranoia here and potentially open it back up. But Trent and Net, they're just going to run away, and Valen gets the kill onto Net Heaven, and Benkai goes down. It's a good answer back, and I mean, the guard are only 3 down, but it's not an impossible hill to climb with PaperX needing 2. But the mining on PaperX is just so unrelenting. Oh, look at this. I mean, that's what happens. When you're so aggressive like that, you're just gonna run back into the enemies if you can't kill them first. And PaperX's economy is going to be good for a little long while. Forsaken's hold it up on this angle, but Trent does have the fault line ready. Decides not to use it. But Forsaken's going to play aggressive, and Jonah P dies to him. I mean, you have to be ready at all points. It's 20 seconds into the round, and Forsaken, he just decides that he wants to hold aggressively, looking towards T-spawn. And Net, I'm not sure if they're going to realize that Net's here. He's going to try and get multiple here. Oh, but he can't. He got greedy. He wanted to get more. But ends up getting read by Devi, who saves Forsaken's life. And he's going to run into the shorty, isn't he? Trent on 50 F7 HP. This is going to be easy secure for Forsaken here, surely. And he does. PaperX on match point. After once again another aggressive opening. Forsaken loves to do this. Most operas would love to just stay passive and hold a choke point, but not Forsaken. He decides to hold aggressive and Jing with another 2. PaperX are so proactive in the way they play. Not waiting for the guard to do anything, but wanting to play on their own tempo. And if ever they do play off their opponent's tempo, it's usually because they want to make a reactive play. They want to let the guard use all the utility, clear out the site, and then pounce when they least expect it, playing from unexpected angles and popping through smokes. It's such an unorthodox playstyle, but you can see it in action in this game and how much it can work when a team doesn't know how to play against it. Forsaken only has 11 deaths, even though he's being one of the most aggressive players, and Jing is able to dodge the paranoia. Tries to play more aggressive, but he can't find anything, and that means they can just make the call that the guard are trying to take control of B main. And you see Forsaken in the smoke. Oh my gosh, I thought he was going to push through, and he does. They're going to have no idea. Here's an operator. This is unheard of. Someone with an operator holding this aggressive of an angle. Jing as well. Jing and Forsaken are playing so aggressive that we're 30 seconds into the round, and they're pinching the guard from both sides of the map. PaperX have read guard perfectly, know exactly where they're playing, and in a 3v5, this feels like the game done. Velen and Trent just remain, both playing towards window. And Trent with 2 wanted to commit the ultimate, but decides not to. Gonna use it to clear out sight, but there's no one playing here. A flash towards main, but once again, all 3 moves from PaperX are going to be grouped up towards heaven. And the guard are slightly trapped right now, and Trent's going to try and gain control of heaven, but Benko wasn't flashed up fully. He gets the kill, and it just is down to Velen. He's playing towards CT, gets the first kill, but he's only down to 30 HP. There's no hope, and as soon as he spams, he goes down, and PaperX. I mean, the guard made it a little bit close, but it felt like PaperX were solid control, especially throughout that whole second half. That's actually a good game. I mean, I haven't watched the game of Split in a while, but that was fun. It's always fun to watch PaperX. Anyway, see ya.